last year.
Break the set. 18. 31. Give me that. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Johnson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself.
Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. 30, 20, 10. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Keep on coming, baby. Keep coming.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And avoids the contact by sliding.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Alert, alert. Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. On 2nd down, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Faking the give. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The numbers for Davis last week, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right, and in. Played as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performance. Do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. the cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right? And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now it's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though. Not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. That one good for 33 and a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Rolling to his right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to a 1st down.
And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. Got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. 13 games going on here in this final Sunday of 2019, the final Sunday of the regular season. 3 more games still to come following us. Raiders, Broncos, Cards, Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then we'll know the 12 teams who will continue on into the playoffs starting next Saturday here on EA Sports.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Off of play action, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They are going for it. Here's Watson dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Right there, 54.
To throw is Watson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And Stills over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. $17 yards on the catch. Run, it's a 1st down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And this Texans defense stands tall.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big, they had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Watson, off play action. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill, that's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the fourth quarter here, you've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jayon Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense,
it got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 63 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tannehill now to throw. And Walker has it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again is Tannehill. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphries. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Tannehill now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. 5.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Slam. Mike 55. Hey, tighten up.
They'll run it with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Houston, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.